Gentlemen, listen carefully. What I am about to reveal is not simple advice about relationships. It is forbidden knowledge. Most men will live and die without ever discovering this truth. Women are not loving you for who you are. They are auditioning you for a role in a fantasy they have carried since childhood. This is the most dangerous illusion they use against men. Unless you recognize it, you will spend your life as a disposable actor in their theater. Men are wired to respond to signals of approval. Our biology demands it. The male nervous system lights up when a woman says she sees something in you no one else has ever seen. Dopamine surges, testosterone rises, and you feel chosen, special, alive. But here is the secret. She is not seeing you. She is projecting a template created by her father, her childhood wounds, her culture, and her unconscious desires. You are not being loved for your reality. You are being used as raw material for her psychological painting. Blinded by the drug of recognition, men walk willingly into the trap. They confuse projection for intimacy. They confuse validation for love. They take words at face value instead of decoding the signals beneath. They never notice the difference between genuine attraction and conditional performance. Projection always reveals itself through patterns, through clusters of signals that repeat across women. Once you learn to recognize them, you can never unsee them. The first signal is excessive idealization. She tells you that you are extraordinary, different, almost superhuman. This is not love. It is inflation. In biology, we would call it mate value exaggeration. Her limbic system is chasing a fantasy, not responding to your true character. The second signal is shifting standards. One week she praises your independence. The next she condemns it as selfishness. Why? Because she is not responding to your reality. She is responding to how well you match her internal masculine figure, a phantom shaped by her unresolved psyche. The third signal is conditional affection. Her excitement rises and falls depending on how well you play the role. When you fit her projection, she floods you with attention. When you deviate, the chemicals dry up. What feels like love is only neurochemistry working to maintain her fantasy. The fourth signal is the flip. Every projection eventually collapses. The very qualities that made you her hero will become the reasons she calls you her enemy. Confidence becomes arrogance. Strength becomes aggression. Stability becomes boredom. This is not a change in you. It is the collapse of her illusion. Evolution designed women to seek psychological completion. For thousands of years, survival required attaching to the male figure who could provide protection, resources, and genetic advantage. The modern female brain still carries this ancient wiring. Inside every woman exists what psychology calls the animus, an internal masculine archetype. This figure is not real. It is a phantom composed of fears, fantasies, and unmet needs. It tells her nervous system what kind of man she deserves, what kind of man to reject, and what kind of behavior to demand. No man can ever truly embody it, yet she continues to search, project, and test. When she finds you, she does not see your authentic self. She sees the outline of the phantom. She needs you to become what her unconscious demands. And men, craving recognition, comply. They suppress their identity to perform the role. That is why so many relationships collapse, not because men change, but because men succeed too well at becoming someone they are not. Here is the brutal truth. Men choose the trap. They choose performance because facing rejection as their authentic self feels more terrifying than being fake and temporarily accepted. The male brain is addicted to external validation. Without mastery, it will always chase the drug of female approval. But living inside her projection is slow suicide. It drains your testosterone, fractures your identity, and enslaves your nervous system to her shifting moods. The only escape is individuation, the process of becoming a complete man within yourself. This means developing an internal sense of worth that does not depend on female approval. It means mastering the biology of your own nervous system. Hormones are not destiny. They are weapons. Dopamine must be disciplined, or it will enslave you to her validation. Testosterone must be cultivated through challenge, risk, and mastery, not through chasing her recognition. Cortisol must be controlled because her volatility will raise it, and chronic cortisol destroys men. Individuation rewires your brain. You stop reacting to projections and start living from your own compass. You stop playing her game and begin commanding your own. Most men never complete this process because it is unbearably lonely. When you stop playing roles, you lose the fake connections that those roles provided. People will call you arrogant, bitter, cold. But what they truly fear is the mirror of your independence, because it reflects their own self-deception. This valley of shadows is the test every man must face. Few survive it. Those who do emerge unstoppable. They become immune to manipulation, immune to bribery through validation, no longer slaves to the female illusion. Gentlemen, if you feel the weight of this truth pressing on your chest, this is your call to action. Do not remain a disposable character in someone else's story. Become the author of your own. Subscribe, learn, and join the men who refuse to be prey in a game they do not even realize they are playing. Each lesson is a weapon, each insight a shield. Ignore them and you will remain trapped, bleeding out your life force in endless cycles of disappointment. Every man faces a choice. Remain asleep, forever manipulated by projections that feel like love, or awaken, learn the signals, master your biology, and seize the advantage. Women will continue to project. That will never change. But you can change. You can learn the forbidden science of projection, or you can surrender to a lifetime of disillusionment. There are only two paths. Become the actor who dies on someone else's stage, or become the strategist who writes his own destiny. The choice is yours. Ignorance is slavery. Awareness is power. And once you know the secret, you can never return to the illusion.